Hey there, nostalgia lovers! Welcome to Nostalgia Area. What if I told you that in the 1990s, some of the fastest cars in Japan weren't flashy Supras or howling RX-7s, but boring-looking sedans, wagons, and luxury cruisers? That's right, while the world drooled over Ferraris and Lambos, a secret fleet of unassuming Japanese machines were silently annihilating supercars on the street. These cars were the ultimate poker face, the kind that showed up to a race looking like a school principal's ride, and left million-dollar exotics choking on tire smoke. Stick around, because today we're diving into 10 overlooked Japanese sleeper cars from the 90s that shocked supercars. And trust me, by the end, you'll never look at a station wagon the same way again. Plus, we've dropped some cool JDM model collectibles, retro car merch, and gearhead tools in the description if you want to show some love to the legends. First up, we've got the Toyota Chaser Tourer V.
Absolutely incredible Toyota Chaser, guys. JZX100 Tourer V.
The ultimate JDM wolf in sheep's clothing. At first glance, this unassuming sedan looked like every other Japanese salaryman's ride. The kind of car that blended into traffic while running errands or dropping kids off at school. But lurking under that conservative bodywork was Toyota's legendary 1JZ GTE. The same twin-turbocharged 2.5-liter inline-six that made the Supra famous, just in slightly more compact form. Rear-wheel drive, manual transmission available, and a suspension begging to drift. The Chaser was basically a four-door missile in a business suit. Drop a few mods on it, and you've got yourself a Ferrari hunter in khakis. Meet the MAZDA MILLENIA S, or if you're in Japan, the EUNOS 800. Sounds fancy, right? Well, it gets weirder. This luxury sedan wasn't turbocharged, oh no. Mazda went full mad scientist and gave it a Miller Cycle supercharged V6.
It is the Miller Cycle engine. I think the only production car to use the Miller Cycle.
Think of it as the weird cousin of the Atkinson Cycle, with a twist of forced induction. It made about 210 horsepower, but the torque curve hit harder than expected. And the smooth, stealthy delivery caught many performance cars off guard. Plus, it had that upscale vibe that whispered, "I'm not racing you," right before it left you in the dust. For those who love the obscure side of JDM, grab a Mazda-themed keychain or vintage brochure collectible from the links below. Picture this, a sensible four-door sedan with rally DNA coursing through its veins. The Mitsubishi Galant VR4 was the spiritual predecessor to the Evo.
Mitsubishi Galant VR4, and it's cool.
Same 4G 63T turbo engine, all-wheel drive, and a seriously underrated performance profile. While everyone ogled the Lancer evolution, the Galant just sat there, mature, quiet, and ready to absolutely ruin a Porsche 911's day. It even competed in a Group A rallying back in the day. This wasn't just a sleeper, it was a fighter jet disguised as a filing cabinet. Alright, now this one's legendary in the Sleeper Hall of Fame, the Nissan Stagea 260RS AUTECH Edition. Why? Because it's literally a Skyline GTR station wagon.
And it's basically a Nissan Skyline GTR wagon.
Underneath that grocery getter exterior lives the mighty RB26-DETT, paired with the GTR's all-wheel drive drivetrain. It makes 280 horsepower stock, but with the same tunability as a GTR. Many owners saw over 500 horsepower with ease. You could drop the kids at school, then smoke a Corvette on the way home. It's like driving a Swiss Army knife that also bench presses Mustangs. If you ever looked at a 1990s Lexus GS300 and thought, that's a nice car, but kinda slow, surprise! In Japan, it was the Toyota ARISTO V300.
Toyota ARISTO V300.
And it was packing heat. Under the hood, the same 2JZ GTE twin-turbine inline-six as the Supra MK4. Smooth, luxurious, and capable of monstrous power upgrades, The Aristo could embarrass supercars on the freeway without breaking a sweat or a decibel meter. And unlike the Supra, nobody suspected it. It's like if a samurai wore a three-piece suit. If you're into 2JZ lore, grab a Super Aristo engine diagram poster or some OBD2 tools if you're tuning your own ride. When you think Subaru, your mind probably jumps to screaming Imprezas launching off snowy rally stages or street-tuned WRXs buzzing through city traffic. But lurking in the shadows of Subaru's lineup was a wolf in station wagon clothing, the Legacy GTB.
Subaru Legacy GTB.
This unassuming family hauler packed a twin turbocharged EJ20 boxer engine, cranking out a healthy 280 horsepower. And, more importantly, a torque curve that hit like a freight train. Moms and dads were unknowingly sitting on a turbocharged torque monster capable of embarrassing Celicas and Silvias at red lights. So next time you see a boring-looking Legacy wagon, look closer. It might just be a GTB, waiting to unleash unholy boost levels while the groceries slide around in the trunk. Family practicality and tire shredding torque? Now that's a combo. Okay, you might laugh at the idea of a Honda Accord in a list of supercar killers. After all, it's a family sedan, practical, reliable, and about as intimidating as a librarian. But don't let its mild-mannered appearance fool you. The high-performance Surti and later Euro R versions were absolute sleepers, packing the legendary H22A engine. A high-revving, VTEC-equipped powerhouse that screamed to 8,000 RPM and churned out over 200 horsepower.
To that awesome VTEC noise at the top half of the rev band.
Combine that with slick manual gearboxes and razor-sharp handling, and these cars could dance with the best of them. While Ferraris and Porsches were busy flaunting their badges, the Accord Euro R was quietly outdriving them, proving that real performance isn't about flash, it's about execution. Say hello to the Nissan CEDRIC and GLORIA Gran Turismo ULTIMA. These names sound like they belong to a smoky jazz quartet or a high-end whiskey brand, not pavement-shredding sleepers. But make no mistake, beneath their conservative, leather-lined exteriors, the CEDRIC and GLORIA Gran Turismo ULTIMA were wolves in pinstriped suits. These full-size luxury sedans came packing either Nissan's legendary RB25 DET, a 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-six,
turbocharged V6 under the hood. Well, it is...
or the VG30 DET, a 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6. Engines that could hustle their hefty frames with shocking urgency. Sure, they look like they were designed for Yakuza accountants, but when the light turned green, all bets were off. These cars were big, comfy, and surprisingly quick. This was your grandfather's lounge chair on nitrous. For collectors, check out JDM luxury sedan decals or Yakuza-style car culture shirts. All linked below. Remember the Mitsubishi Diamante? Most people don't, and that's exactly why it belongs on this list. While its nameplate faded into obscurity, the 30R SE variant was a wolf in sheep's clothing. Under the hood sat a 3.0-liter DOHC V6.
3.0R SE V6.
A smooth revving engine that pumped out around 210 horsepower. Respectable for a mid-90s sedan, especially one that flew under the radar. But the real magic was in the tuned suspension, which was far more aggressive than anything you'd expect from a cushy family cruiser. It wasn't a speed demon stock, but it felt faster than it looked. The steering was sharp, the chassis balanced, and with some tuning up, it could wake up into something genuinely quick. This wasn't just a grandpa mobile. It was a sleeper with serious potential, lurking in plain sight. Last but certainly not least, we arrive at the Toyota SOARER 2.5 GT Twin Turbo, or as it's known in luxury circles, the Lexus SC300. This grand tourer was Jekyll and Hyde in automotive form, wrapping savage performance in a tailored Armani suit. Beneath its flowing, elegant coupe lines lurked Toyota's legendary 1JZ GTE, a twin turbocharged 2.5-liter inline-six that pumped out a factory-rated 280 horsepower. This was no brutish muscle car, but rather a precision instrument, rear-wheel drive, impeccably balanced and blessed with Toyota's bulletproof engineering. This car was built for comfort, but capable of chaos. It was like a gentleman assassin, sips tea by day, does donuts at night. This was the super smooth-talking cousin, and it could easily hold its own in a straight line. So there you have it, 10 overlooked Japanese cars from the 90s that had no business being that fast. These weren't just sleepers, they were silent assassins. They proved you don't need flashy spoilers or roaring V12s to crush supercars. Sometimes all you need is a reliable Japanese sedan and a little boost. Which one was your favorite? Or did we miss a sleeper legend you know about? Drop it in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a trip down memory lane. At 140 miles per hour. And hey, if you're into this kind of content, check the links below for some awesome JDM merch, retro car collectibles, and more gear to rep your sleeper car love. Thanks for watching, and remember, real power doesn't need to shout.